Hi there, welcome to Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I am going to be doing a coloring tag. So I've created the Share the Love tag, where I thought that we would be fun to share what we love about coloring, about the art itself, about the community. So I have 10 bullet points, I guess, listed in the description box below, and I am going to kind of go over those with you guys. And and hoping some other channels will pick this up and we can share the love throughout the community this month. So the first one is share a finished page that you love. And if you know me, you know that it's a little hard for me to narrow down choices to just one. So of course I cheated on the very first one. I have multiple pages that I love. So first, I love this one. And I'd like to hear a little bit about why you love the page. Like, what is it about the page that makes you like it? And for this one, it's just the bright colors, I think, are just beautiful. The way I was able to make it so vibrant was, I just wasn't sure how this page was going to turn out. And I think that that's what made it one of my favorites, is the fact that I really do love the way that it turned out. The gradient from the lighter colors all the way down to the really, really dark colors at the bottom. I just think that's really fun. So I really love that one. I have a page in Seasons. Now, this one wasn't everybody's favorite, but it just, for some reason, really, I just love it. And it's this double page spread here. I colored this one a long time ago, and I had started this side, and I just wasn't sure about it. And I don't know, once I finished, I was like, yes, that looks really pretty together. I like the green hair. I like the color palette, the yellow, green, and pink together. I think that's really beautiful. And I do really like the gold that's everywhere too. There's a little bit of shiny, shimmery gold on there. Just subtle hints of it all over the place. But yeah, I just really like this. And I really like the way the sunbeams are coming out from that bottle. I thought that was a fun touch. So those ones there, those are another couple that I love. I have another double page spread in here that I adore, and it's this one. Now, this one is a color along on the channel, so if you're interested, you can follow along and color with me in this page. Again, I think it's the color palette. I think that's really what it comes down to for me when I find pages that I really love. It's the colors that are in it and how they make me feel when I look at the page. And yeah, this one is just, it was supposed to be like a late summer, early fall kind of vibe, and I'm hoping that I kind of captured that feeling. So I still have like some of the yellows, and there's an almost orange, but it's kind of mixed with the red, and like this more brownish red color here. I just think that the colors are really cool. And then that mixed with the light spring greens and this turquoise color in the background. I just think it was great color choices on my part on this one, I think. So there is that one. So that is from Tales from the Forest Kingdom. And like I said, you can find that color along on my channel. Okay, so the next bullet point here is share an uncolored page that you love. And what is it about that page that you love the most? So I picked out Voyage because I have quite a few pages in here that I have not colored that I really do love. The first one is this one. I love the composition. I just think it's such an interesting mix of stuff. So you have like the field of flowers and then the train and the whale. I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly what it is, but I really, really like it. And I can say the same for basically every page in this book. Just the mix of a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of things that are unexpected. This one's another one of my favorites. And I just love it. This whole book is awesome. And there's so many in here I want to do, but that's why I'm focusing on mythographic books this year, because I have so many Joseph Catton ones that I absolutely love. Okay, so the next is share a book that you love and what draws you to the book. So I have actually pulled multiple Joseph Catton books. He just is perfect, in my opinion. His older stuff is a little more detailed. There's a little bit more, you know, intricacy to it, but just the images. Oh, I've already done a flip with this one. Let's flip through this one. Let's flip through Magical Earth. Yeah, like look how beautiful. I can't get over a lot of his artwork. I'm so excited for Dragon Spell, which is coming out later this year. Here's another one with a train that I adore. I don't know what it is about the trains, but I really like that. This one is so cool. I've seen somebody color this and did an awesome job. I don't know how I would do that. It would be fun to try, I think, but still a little intimidating on that one. But yeah, there's just something about his artwork that I just can't get enough of. It's stunningly beautiful. Yeah, and here's another one that's just super cute. I think it's maybe the mix of the realism and the fantasy elements maybe that I just really like. So good. Yeah, and then this is my focus book for February, so I'm doing a color along in this book later this month. And I have a couple finished pages. I have started, there's another finished page. I have started a couple of pages. So I started that one, and I started this one. So yeah, hoping to get some more done in here. But again, just stunningly beautiful, just mixed with the fantasy element. I think that's the key. That's the key for me. So yeah, so Joseph Kattenbang, any of his books really, I would color in a heartbeat. Okay, so the next one is share a background you love, and was it the process of creating it or the end result that you loved? So let's do some books or some pages in Boule de Pois. So in this book, it's definitely the process that I love. I love playing with my water mediums in this book. It's so fun. Just to create just these awesome watercolor look backgrounds. I'll show you a couple of my favorites here. That one's cute. So I like this one. I think that one's really fun. It's kind of a different color palette there too. That one was fun. This one was really fun to do as well. Again, the color palette on that one is gorgeous. But yeah, the background was super fun to do. I've got a couple more in here that I really like. This one here was super fun to make. Both of those are really fun to do. This one, I really love this one. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just fun to play in this book. And I think that's why I end up liking a lot of these pages so much. And the backgrounds, you know, they're just fun to do. So yeah. So yeah, so there is some backgrounds that I really love. I also have some backgrounds in 50 Farmers Miniatures. Most of the backgrounds in this book are experiments, things that I wanted to try out. So I've got a lot of different materials in here. So this one is distress ink with a stencil. This one is alcohol markers in the background there. I've got some just basic colored pencil backgrounds. But I really love to just play again. I think that's the key for me there too, is just playing with stuff and having fun experimenting with different mediums. I do tend to use, there's another pencil one. I really like that one too. I do tend to use alcohol markers when my hands are giving me issues, and they still, I mean, it's still a really pretty background. Like it's not bad. I also like to use chalk pastel, and that's something I did for this one. I did use a stencil in the background there and then some colored pencils on top, but that one was really fun. Here's another alcohol marker background that I really like. Yeah, and it's just fun to add things in and do just different things. This is all chalk pastel in there, but it's a really simple, soft background. This is another one that I really love. And then let's see, I like that one. That was another pencil one. I really liked this plaid one that I created. Super fun. But yeah, playing with backgrounds has always been a fun thing for me to do. I've got a couple more examples, just a couple. I was trying to think of all the backgrounds that I really loved, and those two books specifically, but then this double page spread, which I adore. I still don't know how I did that. Like it just, I look at it, I'm like, I made that. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I really, really love this one. It's so pretty. Yeah, so that is from Romantic Country, The Third Tale. And then in Mythomorphia, I have a page that I just love, and it's this one. I do have a series of videos on my channel that kind of showcase my journey coloring this page, but nothing specific, nothing like specifically tutorial like, I don't think. But this one was really fun to do, and I love the way that it ended up looking. So yeah, love that background. It's so neat. And I want to do it again, but not there yet. Not there, not in my Kirby mode yet. But yeah, that's just super fun. Okay, next is share what type of pages you love to color. For example, cutesy, portraits, realistic, fantasy, and why do you prefer that style? I really love the cutesy style. If you couldn't tell, like most of my pages tend to be in cartoonish books. I just have fun. They're just more fun for me because you can literally do any color that you want. You don't have to make it realistic. It can be whatever you want. And that just is fun for me. Now, occasionally I will try to have, you know, things based in a little bit of realism, but I mean, like this, like you can't make that realistic. You just can't. It's a space bird. It's got to be that color, or some kind of crazy colors. But yeah, and like these monsters, both of those pages are I had just had fun with color, you know? So I think that's why I'm drawn to them the most. And for like, you know, even like my portraits tend to be cutesy stuff. I think that's why I like to color in the Hannah Lynn pages, because again, I can pick any color that I want and it ends up looking kind of cute. So yeah, super fun. Love my cutesy pages. They're just the best. And like, especially in my animals too. Like, I mean, with all the Camellia Angelkova pages, she's got lots of animals in here, but they're all very cutesy, very cartoony. And then in the Diane Dufour books, yes, they're still cartoonish. Even if they are, you know, a little bit more realistic, they're still very cartoonish. And I love this style. This one's one of my favorites. So yeah. So those are the type of pages I like to color. And of course, you know, anything fantasy related is also right up there. So cutesy and fantasy are my absolute favorites. Share what objects you love to color. For example, hair, florals, landscape, architecture. What are you excited to color? So everything is kind of even for me. I don't really have anything that I love to color more than anything else. I will say that I have a thing for mermaids, and I don't know why. They're one of the things that I really do enjoy coloring, specifically if it's in a cutesy style like this. This makes me super happy. But I do like mermaids of all kinds. Like I have lots of portrait books with quote unquote realistic mermaids, but like the face and the body is more realistic. And then, you know, of course it goes into the mermaid bit, but I do enjoy those as well. But basically any mermaids, I don't know, I'm just drawn to those for some reason. But yeah, so this one's one of my favorite books, but then I also have another book, another couple other books that are a little bit more, like I said, quote unquote, realistic. But mermaids for some reason really, really attract me. There are a few things that I don't necessarily love to color. Like I don't really like to color food because I feel like even in the cutesy books, it needs to look realistic, which doesn't make any sense. But that's just what's going on in my brain. And then I also sometimes tend to avoid a lot of architecture. I don't know why. For some reason, houses are always a struggle for me. I can color, you know, flowers and leaves and fur and hair. You know, all of that is kind of about the same level of interest for me. But yeah, food and architecture are a little harder for me. Okay, so share what embellishments you love to use. For example, stickles, loose glitter, metallic watercolor, drawing in your books, or collage. Now, I haven't started collage yet, but that is something that I'm very interested in doing. I love stickles. I mean, pretty much every page I do has stickles on it. So there's a bunch of stickles on that one. I mean, there's stickles everywhere in this book. There's not, actually, this one has more of just sparkle pop pens, which is another thing I like glitter and metallic gel pens. Let's see, where do I have more glitter, more stickles? I usually just have it randomly. So I have some on the flowers down here and some on the centers of the butterflies. I don't use like a ton of it really, but I just use it to highlight certain things. Like for here, like on this watermelon rind, it's the white part is all glittery. So yeah, just randomly here and there in these books, so it's on the corn here, the chili pepper one, it's on all the chili peppers. So yeah, I really love my stickles. And then yeah, next would probably be the glitter gel pens. I really love the Sparkle Pop, gold and silver. And then I really love my Tiara Jelly Roll, pens. And then metallic watercolor would probably be the last one in there, just because I have to get out stuff. I can't just pick up a pen and do it. I have to get some water out, get my brush out, get the paint out. I like things that are easy to grab and just are ready to go. Okay, so the next one is share what color you love to use on your pages. Is it the same as your favorite color? So when I color, I use a lot of pinks and purples and blues. Those are the three most common colors that I use. But my favorite color to use on pages are fall palettes. So anything with golds and oranges and reds, browns, which I'm going to show you here. Both of these pages just make me happy. And they're not, I mean, this one's a little more overwhelmingly fall, but this one's not so much. It's like a late summer, early fall kind of page. But just using these palettes, and I just love it. It makes me so happy. And yeah, every time there's another page, I think in Seasons, that has a really good fall palette as well that I love. Yeah, this one. There's something about, maybe it's just because I love fall. I don't know what it is, but like golds and yellows and oranges, when I use those colors, I just love the way that the pages turned out. But it's different than what my favorite color is. So like I said, I use a lot of pinks and blues and purples on my pages. I love to color with these, but my favorite color is turquoise. So nothing is overlapping there. It's just, I don't know, maybe just like the feel of the page or whatever I'm wanting, to I'm wanting to go for, determines the color. But yeah, anything with fall color palettes, specifically like these burnt oranges and the really gold yellows, I love those, and really warm browns. This page just makes me really happy. Okay, next is share what hobbies you love other than coloring. Are you an indoor cat or are you more outdoorsy? I am definitely an indoor cat. I do like to go, for walks in the park with a nicely laid out trail. I'm not a big hiker, like with backpacks and stuff. I don't camp. I don't fish. I don't boat. I'm very much an indoor cat, but I do go out in nature every once in a while. But my other hobbies are all indoor hobbies as well. So coloring, reading for sure. And then the other two, like physical hobbies that I can do with my hands, I do scrapbooking and card making. And I've done those for years and years and years. Scrapbooking, I started when I was engaged to be married. So it's been what year is this? It will have been, my anniversary is next month. So we will have been married 24 years next month. So yeah, I've been doing scrapbooking for almost 24 years. I started with my engagement pictures and baby shower pictures and wedding pictures and all of those things. And have just kept going since. I have slacked a little bit since then, but I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Okay, so here are some of my pages. I just grabbed a few that were handy. So I just have fun with them. A lot of my pages are just limited to a couple of pictures. So this one is actually a pretty big one because it's got multiple pictures, but you know, my kiddos have always been my favorite source of inspiration, not only in my scrapbooking, but like also in drawing and stuff. So yeah, I just have a lot of fun. Yeah. I love this picture of them when they were little. They're so cute. Look how cute. Gosh, I love them. Yeah, and then my youngest has always given me just the best pictures. Always. So yeah, so there's just a few of those. I do have a couple of cards that I was going to share with you guys too. I like doing cards because I can use a lot of my coloring skills with this too. So most of these images, or most of these cards, have an image that I have colored on it. So yeah, I don't know. I just like that whole creative process, and then coloring just kind of fit into this whole thing just really, really well. So yeah, there's a couple of cute Christmas ones that I really like. I like that one a lot. And then the last kind of indoor hobby that I have is drawing. So I have this nice sketchbook. I don't have a ton in here, but I've got some cute little illustrations, things I've seen on Pinterest, different tutorials. I got a Doctor Who spread here. I've got a couple of completed pages where I've actually gone through and colored things. And then I love this illustration. I'm still not done inking it, but when I'm done with that, I'm going to color it in. Even though I have some cute illustrations on that side, but that'll be okay. And then I have that one. And I've got a couple little things just randomly in here. So got to fill this one up more. And I do have another one that I really like. This one has quite a few images that I do like a lot. So this one is from when I started my mermaid, I don't even know, obsession, I guess. And I just fell in love with it. And so I started doing this is a really old sketch, but the first one that I colored in, everything else in here is just, I think the majority of it is just marker work, but or not even inked. It's just got the pencils done. But I just have fun with these. I don't know. I don't really like to share them a whole lot because I don't know. This just feels a more personal thing. So I've got some in here that are not finished. I have a good idea for this one. I just have never gone back to finish it. Like the whole thing is just going to be full of flowers. I think that would be so pretty on her. Yeah, there's an Ursula one I started that I never finished. But I really like this little sketch too. This little Luna, because I was going to try to make a Luna mermaid, and I did not on that day. But yeah, I don't know. I just have fun with these, and I do feel like it's a more personal thing to share. So I don't share a lot of these, just because I don't know. I don't know. Here's another mermaid. So this is all 2020 mermaid stuff. I like several of these. And then here's one of my first Star Wars things. I did finish that one up, but I like the R2-D2 jellyfish there. What else do I have? I really like her too. I think she's pretty. But yeah, so I'm just gonna flip through this quick. Just share, because this is one that I think I'm most proud of. I like the majority of the stuff that I've done on this. There's a cute little mushroom girl, and I was trying to draw like different cute characters and stuff for a coloring challenge. So it was in 2022. So it was a plant, it was a blooming March week. So the prompt was to plant positivity. So that was my illustration for that prompt. I think that was the only one I finished. Yeah. So this one was like a jar of love or something like that. And there was another one here. So this one was, what is this style? Darn it. It's popped right. It's like a Scandinavian style kind of, but folk art. That's what it is. Folk art flowers is what this prompt was. And I didn't actually finish it, but look how cute that little mouse is. I like that one. And then the next one was like flower portrait or something. So I did a couple of those. And then I'm back into my mermaid stuff. I really like this illustration too. That's one of my favorites. And then I've got some other sketches. And then I did this mermaid. I really like that one. I love my little Ewok otter. I thought that turned out really good. And then here's like Critical Role characters and other things. Just all kinds of stuff. Here's another Star Wars layout. That's me as a mermaid. Like I said, it's just mermaid for some reason just really gets me, and I really like it. This was another one that I tried to do, I tried to do the BB-8 as a puffer fish and just a regular fish, I guess. I didn't like the way either one of those turned out, so I just put the little puffin guy in there, and I did a dark ray. So yeah, I think that's it in this. Yeah. But yeah, so those are my other hobbies, and I have fun with that. Okay. So last, share what you love most about coloring and our wonderful coloring community. I love how I feel when I color. I am calm. My brain, which is normally firing on all cylinders, constantly going, is calm and quiet. It's peaceful. And even when I'm frustrated with a page or frustrated that something's not working the way that I want to, I still get that sense of just peace when I can sit down and everything else shuts off. I also love the sense of accomplishment I get when I finish a page that I really like. When I finish, a page like the one in Magical Earth that I thought I was never going to finish because this had been a whip for a really long time, and I was just like, that's never going to get done. And then I did it, and I was like, yes, I really love it. And just the feeling of completing something is a good feeling. And then I really like experimenting with my art supplies and trying out new things and learning new things. That's another thing that's really cool about this hobby is I can learn every day. Like there are so many tutorials and different ways to color and different techniques and tricks and hacks to use. And there's so many people involved in this community that you can just learn from everybody. And then about the community, I'm going to get a little teary-eyed, I think. I love the amount of love that I get from you all, the support, the kindness, the wonderful, wonderful comments and likes and just everything. And then on top of that, knowing that the people that are commenting and watching and seeing your work also feel the same way about this hobby that you do. Like they love it just as much. They have, some of the same books, they have some of the same supplies, and just knowing that there are other people out there who are of the same mindset is really helpful for me and really makes me feel the sense of connection across the world, which is the coolest. So the community itself has just been outstanding, and I love it so much. I almost forgot to mention that I was going to tag a couple of people. I want to tag Jess from Coloring Bumblebee, Kay from Coloring with Kay, and Karen from My Colorful Country Life. I would love to hear their answers. And then I'm also going to just open it to anybody that has a YouTube channel. So anybody that would like to make this video, feel free. Tag me in the video so I can see and hear your answers. And I just like to share the love across YouTube this month. So yeah, that's my sorry, I didn't mean to get all weepy-eyed and mushy there for a second. But that is my share the love tag. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope to see some of these from some other creators here. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.